So, how are you doing today, Miss Ho?
I'm great, Mr. Rogers. How are you?
Doing good. Um, we're finishing up semester, so how's your first year of college or first semester of college? How's that experience?
Well, my grades were good. I would say something I could do better is socialize more and get more involved. But other than that, I have adjusted to my surroundings and I'm liking Texas now.
So, with adjusting to your surroundings and everything going good, is that like what you expected going out there, or is that something like you thought was going to happen right off the bat, or did you have a little bit of doubt?
I did have some doubt, but at the same time, I kind of thought I was just going to click with people and have lots of friends and just be surrounded by people like me. But it was really culture shock, and I just had to really search hard to find more people like me,
Yeah.
and that's something that I learned.
So, by finding more people like you, like were you able to do that right away, or did it take some time?
It took a lot of time. I mean, when I got there, I would say it seemed like everybody already had friends and cliques and stuff, and I was just kind of a loner. But now I'm more socialized and I actually know people. So I just had to. Took me a while, but I got there.
Okay, wow. So during that time, do you feel like you were more leaning on people back at home where you're from? Were you like kind of more dependent on them, wanting to talk to them more because you didn't really have those type of people at the school with you at the time?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I was really missing my friends a lot at first, but I mean, as time went on and I started to have more interactions with people, I started to depend on my friends less and less because I had more people to talk to.
So without like depending on your friends, like what was like some of the things you did like in order to stay away from that environment of just like going out to hang around with the wrong people or just trying to find friends right away.
Well, I think I just have very thin patience when it comes to people, and it's just not like me to put myself in a situation where I don't feel comfortable. I'd rather be alone more than anything because I'm just an introvert.
Introvert. So how did that make you feel? Like being by yourself?
It was no problem, really. I mean, I still talk to my friends back home, but other than that, I mean, at first it was really hard because it was like super lonely. But after that, my introvert ways kicked in, and I was just like, I like being alone. It's okay.
Do you feel like you kind of just cope with it like, oh, since I already feel this way, I mean, it's okay feeling alone.
Yeah, for the most part, it just took me a minute because I mean, it's hard when you don't have like anybody to talk to most of the time, and everybody else is talking to somebody. But I got used to it, definitely.
Nice, that's good. So what about classes? Were there like any challenging classes that you took this semester?
I wouldn't say they were challenging. More so, I was just kind of lazy with my work ethic because I mean, I passed all my classes, but I know I could have done better had I actually put the extra effort in. And I mean, math is always a challenge as usual, but I passed that too, so I wouldn't say there was really any challenges.
So that's what you said. You didn't have like a pretty good work ethic. You were lazy. So is that something you plan on changing in the future? I would guess, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know what happened, but I feel like my work ethic was better in high school. And once I got to college, I kind of started slacking off. But maybe it's just because I felt like it was too easy this
Hmm.
semester. And usually, when I have a lot more things going on and I'm having more challenges, I tend to do work better. So maybe it's just because I was kind of um, just not doing much.
Would you tie into you being along with your work ethic? Like you spend more time talking to friends than probably doing the homework that you should be getting done.
Mm, well, I mean, not necessarily, because me being alone, I mean, I got my work done, but I think I was more like, since I didn't have any really social experiences, I just kind of, I think that's what made me lazy was the fact that I was more alone because I felt like I had so much time to do just work, work, work.
Yeah.
So that's I would just get lazy with it and try to hurry up and get it done so I could do other lazy things.
So laziness with the work, like you just want to get it done so you could go on and do something else. Would you say that you being lazy or using that kind of work ethic had a result on the outcome of your work, like the what would you say the quality of your work?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I still did my work to somewhat the best of my abilities. Like I didn't write like a garbage paper or anything. I just kind of slacked off as far as putting my all into my work, like as far as studying for certain things and um, making sure that something was perfect, like I probably would have in the past. I kind of just did it so that I got it done and maybe studied a little bit, but not to the point where I was like, I know I'm about to ace this test. Like I just fell off in those ways.
That's really good to hear. Well, now that you're finished, I see. So how do you feel now that you're back home? I mean, you're surrounded by friends. Like, is there another thing that probably is a conflict now being back home, or is everything good?
Well, I feel really good to be back home. I missed California a lot, mostly because I miss the weather and just the whole scenery and all my family and friends. And I don't think there's any conflicts with being back home. I mean, it feels like it's going by fast already, so I know I'm going to be sad when I have to go back. But no, I think I'm going to have a good time and enjoy the little piece of time that I have here.
It's good. It's always good to have time with family and friends, and just spend the time that you have with them for the most part. Um, what kind of mindset would you be going back to Texas with now? Do you feel like more mature, more experienced since you got through the first semester, or there's different ways you're gonna attack certain obstacles or certain situations? I heard like earlier you said you wanted to get more involved. So is that something you're planning to do?
Yes, definitely next semester I plan to step out of my comfort zone more and just try to do more things and meet more people because I mean that's the only way that you can really have fun in college is to actually do stuff. Like in high school and I was doing stuff and I mean it kept me busy and I liked it. So next semester I'll definitely try to get that grind back where I'm constantly doing something and doing my work at the same time and just getting back to my old self.
Would you say stepping out of your comfort zone has always been something that was hard for you, or just in this particular situation?
I think it's always been kind of hard for me just because I don't like doing what other people want me to do. I kind of just want to stick to what I want to do and what I know and what I feel is best. So it's definitely going to be something I have to adjust to. Actually, taking risks and chances and things like that. That's just a part of growing up, I think. And I think that's something that you really learn in college. That just you have to be willing to do those kinds of things because it's the real world out there and you need to get ready for the real world.
And would that only be for college students who went away for college, like moved away from home, or just every college student?
I think that's just with everyone because I mean, some people are just like me and they go to college close to home. Maybe they still don't even, get involved or want to do anything, even though they may have friends and all that good stuff around. So I'd say that just applies to all students.
So you say that you never really been accustomed to taking risks or really used to change. You always want to do what benefited you or what you thought was the best for you. And why do you think that is? Like that's you said that's always been something or always been a way that you've been. So why is that?
I just think that I'm a really careful person and that I don't like doing things where I feel like something might go wrong or it's not gonna work out to be the best. So I always want to take the safe route and just kind of and stick to myself and not get involved with the wrong crowd or anything like that because I know that probably won't end well.
So, like, were there events in the past that put you in that mindset, like in an early age?
Hmm. Well, I think I've always been good with choosing my friends for the most part, but that was because like I always had that mindset. Like I didn't want to be involved with people who were gonna get me into trouble or anything like that. Like I strictly want what I want, and I think it's worked out pretty well for me. But like I said, I think I need to let loose on that mindset a little bit just to get out there more.
Yeah, definitely. It's like you let loose a little bit to let the positive come in, because I mean, not everything is negative. You know what I'm saying? In a
Mm-hmm.
way. That's good. Well, it was nice talking to you today, Deja. And I hope this upcoming semester is very beneficial for you.
Thank
That you
you.
step out of your comfort zone, that you're willing to get involved and experience college the way you interpreted it.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.